Welcome back into the NFL Every Game on the Board podcast. We got our closer doing the second half of the card, Minty Bets. Follow her on Twitter at Minty Bets. Minty, welcome in. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I actually really like this week's slate of games, so let's get started.
Let's get right into it. 265-266, 10 a.m. Pacific kick here. Cincinnati at Indianapolis. We're seeing the Colts -7 in the hook at home, 46.5 being the total, Minty.
Okay, well, I think the Colts are being a little overvalued here. I think this line opened up at the Colts 9.5, right? And it quickly got bet down. I never saw it, but that's just the opening number that I saw. I got Cincy at +8, and I can see it getting bet down to as low as 7. As you said, it's at 7.5 right now. I think I would still take it at 7, Cincy +7, but nothing lower. The Bengals are 3-1-1 against the spread, and other than last week versus the Ravens, they have not lost by more than 7 points this season. So the Bengals are awful defensively, and this O-line has issues protecting Joe Burrow, but he's like the highest sacked quarterback. I think he's at 22 sacks so far this season, which is crazy. But he's got some great weapons in his, on his offense, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. So I think they can pull out a cover here at 8 points against the Colts. I think the Colts, like I said, a little overvalued here.
Yeah, I'm with you, Minty. I think Cincinnati's the side here. I like the underdog catching more than a touchdown. I think Phillip Rivers, kind of past his prime here. I'm on their under for season win totals and kind of looking to fade him here against Cincinnati. I think we get the better quarterback catching more than a touchdown. And Indianapolis's defense, very good rankings wise. But when you look at what the offenses they've played, I don't think that they're as good as the numbers are showing, Minty. So I like the Bengals as well, catching more than a touchdown.
Absolutely.
Minty, the next two games we're supposed to talk in rotation order. We got the New York Jets at the LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins at the Denver Broncos. I'm showing both of those as postponed. Are you on the same page?
I am not on the same page. So you're saying the Jets postponed.
Yes.
And then what other game? The Jets and Dolphins. Okay.
Yeah. The Jets and the Chargers and the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos.
Wow. Okay. But the Broncos are playing the Pats this
Correct.
So, okay, that's right. Yeah. We're on the same page.
It's always a little bit different, in the Every Game on the Board podcast in 2020 because we go down by the rotation orders and some of them are postponed and some of them aren't. So we're just going to go with the next game on the board here using the WagerTalk Sports Memo odds screen, guys. Check it out. It's a new odds screen, live free odds, both at WagerTalk and sportsmemo.com. Next on the rotation order, 271-272 Green Bay at Tampa Bay. We're seeing 55 being the total and a pick'em price tag here in Raymond James, Minty.
Yeah, I saw the Packers favored by 2 points earlier in the week, and I think this morning too, but now at a pick'em. I think it's a great matchup between two really great veteran quarterbacks. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have to rely on the passing game a lot as the Bucs have one of the best run defenses. So they'll be able to stop Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. I wouldn't touch the under here though, but I do think they I'll have to ride the hot team with the Packers here to cover. Or well, it's not a pick 'em, so I'll have to ride with the Packers.
Yeah, we are seeing Pinnacle lay a -1, but pretty much every other book sitting at Pick'em, and also South Point showing -1. So some of the books that take a little bit bigger action are favoring the Green Bay Packers in terms of where they're shading their line. We got 273, 274 up next, Minty. LA Rams, San Francisco 49ers, 51 being the total with the Rams laying 3 on the highway.
I think this actually might be my favorite bet on the board here. The Rams are favored by 3 as they have been looking amazing. Jimmy G being back for San Francisco didn't really benefit them that much. Who knows who's starting for San Francisco this weekend and who knows how well they'll do. I don't think it's Nick Mullins. I think he's they would choose CJ over Nick, right? And then Jimmy G before that. But this team is just so banged up and the Rams defense looks hot, racking up 8 sacks in just last week alone. Give me the Rams. I bet it early too because I've been seeing it float around 3.5, but I think by kickoff it'll go up to 4, if anything, or 4.5. The Rams are 3-0-1 against the spread versus NFC West opponents, so I like the Rams here.
Yeah, you're right, Minty. We are seeing some action on the Rams. It's -3 at South Point. -3 with juice at Westgate. But you're right. Every other book here in Las Vegas sitting at 3.5. So wouldn't be surprised either if we get 4. So if you're liking the Rams like Minty is, I would hurry up, book it to the window, and get down on the Rams, just -3 right now. So we got the New York Jets, Miami Dolphins, 279, 280 up next, Minty, right?
Yes, that's what I have.
All right, we got the Miami Dolphins laying 8.5, 9, or 9.5, depending what sports books you're going at here. 47 being the total in Hard Rock Stadium, Minty.
I love the Dolphins. Love what Ryan Fitzpatrick has done for this team. I love betting on them as underdogs. I don't know if it's warranted for them to be favorites of 8.5, 9, 9.5 points, even though it's against the Jets, who switch from Sam Darnold to Joe Flacco under center. The Jets have issues moving the ball. They have issues with their quarterbacks. Their defense is allowing almost 33 points per game, and they're missing a lot of offensive weapons. Le'Veon Bell just left. I mean, if I had to, I'd bet the Dolphins or tease it down. I really don't trust the Jets to cover. And betting against the Jets has been pretty profitable this season, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. This could be a teaser opportunity here if you're looking for a combination, maybe teasing down the Dolphins. I like that side as well because I like the Dolphins. Anytime you're kind of fading the Jets this year, I'm sort of interested. But at the same time, this is kind of rarefied air in terms of Dolphins, as high as -9, Minty. That's kind of a lot to cover here for this team.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Yeah, we got Denver at New England up next, 281, 282, 10 a.m. Pacific kick here, Minty, -10. That's the Patriots at home, 45 being the total.
Yeah, hard to say and predict how this game will go, assuming Rippon will start for the Broncos. And I believe I just got an alert that Cam Newton is in full practice and expected to start for the Patriots. Both, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Rippon will have a lot of weapons to utilize for the Broncos. I kind of like the first half under here. I just don't see a lot of scoring happening in the beginning. I think Cam's going to have to run the ball a lot. He'll be under pressure a lot. Who knows how much practice these teams have had with all the positive COVID tests and stuff. And I just think it's going to be a sloppy start. So maybe first half under, but I just wouldn't bet this game really. 10 points is a lot for the Patriots. I'm sorry, but it's just too much.
All right, Minty, we got the 2 Monday night games coming up. But first, guys, give Minty a follow on Twitter at MintyBet. She's also doing a lot there with Yahoo Sportsbook. Minty, what else do you got going on out there?
That's about it. At Yahoo Sportsbook on Twitter. I'm with you guys every game on the board every single week with Sports Memo, handling the WagerTalk Instagram at WagerTalk on Instagram. I'll try to get Johnny to maybe give some stuff away or something, maybe around Super Bowl, but we'll see.
Yeah, guys, if you got Instagram, check it out. WagerTalk Instagram, free plays up there. I got to get one in for this week. Minty's running the show there at the WagerTalk Instagram. So always free plays there. So if you got an Instagram account, give it a follow at WagerTalk. Minty, we got the doubleheader on Monday night. I don't know if it's just me. I wish the NFL would do this each and every year. Instead of having 10 1 o'clock Eastern kicks, why not have 9 1 o'clock Eastern kicks and have doubleheader on Monday night, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we're filming this on Wednesday. Last night we had a Tuesday night football game, and I actually really loved it. I don't mind watching football every single night instead of being football overloaded on Sundays, Yeah,
it's so much to keep up with for sure. So talking about the doubleheader here, I guess we can go in rotation order. That would be 275, 276 up first. Arizona at Dallas. We're seeing the Cardinals here, -2 in Jerry's world, 55 the total.
This one's kind of tough because I love the Cardinals and I love that short line that they're favored by, but they haven't won against good teams yet. The Niners, who aren't that impressive this season, Washington football team, and the Jets. The Cowboys tragically lost Dak this season. So, I mean, that sucks. So Andy Dalton is taking over for him. He's not horrible, but he didn't put up impressive numbers his last half with the Bengals, but he's got some great offensive weapons. I actually like the Cowboys as home underdogs, as they're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 as home dogs. I also expect them to win outright too. I'll take them on the money line. So give me the 0-5 ATS Dallas Cowboys and the money line. I would wait a little maybe to bet until kickoff because I think this line might go up. Choose very short.
There you go, Minty. Liking the home underdog to win outright there. So on the Dallas Cowboys. And I want to give you a shout out here because week 1, you were on the Arizona Cardinals here as about a touchdown underdog week 1, if I remember right. And so now, a portion of the way through the season here, and now you're kind of flipping the script. Is there a reason why other than the Dallas side?
You know what? I hate betting on Dallas, and I don't like them personally as a team, but I think that seeing the Cardinals perform so far, the Cowboys are better offensively than the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals have surprised me losing against like the Panthers and I think it was the Lions even. So I just don't feel it true. It's not in my gut to take the Cardinals this time.
So now it's pointing you towards the Dallas Cowboys as the home underdogs here, plus the 2 or on the money line. We got one game left here, Minty. Kansas City at the Buffalo Bills. I'm seeing this would actually be the first game on Monday night, and it looks like 57 and a half being the total, -3 or -3.5. This is an important one to shop around, guys, if you're liking the Kansas City or Buffalo side, really, with Kansas City laying that number as high as -4 actually on the road in Buffalo on Monday night.
Yes, so I saw it at 3 this morning, 3.5 midday, and then 4. It's just like fluctuating. Both these teams coming off their first losses. The Chiefs, we know, has an explosive offense, but they need to work on their defense. The Bills are perceived to be an elite team on both sides of the ball, but they've just got some key injuries I just don't trust here. Give me the Chiefs with the short line. They're 4-1 against the spread on the road. I'll try to find it at Chiefs -3, but I don't know. I would take it any higher, but I just don't find much value if I would do that.
Yeah, important to remember betting numbers, not only teams here with Kansas City now laying 3 in the hook on the highway, especially with Buffalo, last night's performance. So it could even get a bump up higher here, Minty. But overall, Minty, great like always. Anything else you want to shout out before we shut this down?
No, thanks everyone for joining. Even though some people joined late, I see all the comments here. Sorry, this is much shorter than the other every game on the boards, but I like to keep it quick. So thanks for joining. Thanks, Drew.
All right. Well, thank you, Minty. Actually, one question here. I know a lot of people out there like to know Vegas news a little bit, and you were born in and raised in Las Vegas with the pandemic, everything happening. Not sure if you've heard the news of the Wynn only going to be open on the weekends now. How much does that worry you here for like the local Vegas economy going forward?
It does make me a little sad. I hear it's only open Thursday through Sunday, and I think it's the Encore. Is it just the Wynn and Encore, or is it just the Encore? Not really sure.
I believe it's both of them, both the Wynn and Encore. I could be wrong, though.
Makes me sad. They say it's because of low demand, but I honestly think it's because we've had so many shootings and fights. I think they just want to kind of keep staff and guests safe, which totally makes sense. And I'm also hearing, and it's true too, it's not just like a rumor, but like Cosmo and Caesars and all of these different properties on the strip are basically doing like a 6 p.m. curfew. Like you can't enter the property if you're not a guest, if you're not a player, or if you don't have dinner reservations. And it's just, it kind of looks bad. It's kind of frustrating, but I think it's good because we've had safety issues on the strip a lot lately. So we want people safe. And I think that's really good to just open it to guests and actual like players and reservations.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I guess the spike up in crime, I don't know what it's dealing, but it just kind of worries me that they're shutting during the week. But I'll tell you, in terms of visiting Las Vegas, I mean, the weather is absolutely beautiful right now, Minty. It's like 80 and no humidity and always sunny here. So it's a great time to be living here.
Absolutely. And I take my dog on a walk at like 9 p.m. and it's like 73 degrees. It's perfect. So this is the time to come out to Vegas right now. So
yeah.
Just saying.
All right. She's Minty Betts on Twitter at Minty Betts. Guys, check her out at the WagerTalk Instagram page as well, and also doing videos on the WagerTalk YouTube channel each and every week. Thank you very much, Minty. Great stuff. As always, the closer on the NFL Every Game on the Board podcast. Guys, we'll be right back with Jeff from Oskheim Sports to do the middle section of the college football Every Game on the Board podcast. If you are watching live, best of luck with your bets until then.